In a world where young, scrawny YouTubers also make music. In a world where those same scrawny YouTubers make a podcast.
Hi. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
We are back to the another episode of the 305 podcast. This time we're going to continue from where we left off. I'm sorry about that. We're just going to connect the two. We fixed everything. Things should be a lot more smooth. I'm sorry about what happened, but we should be all good. Yeah. Wait, why can't I see?
I mean, you know, things happen. It's fine.
Why can't I see chat normally? Why is chat being pop out chat?
I think, unless you're dipping out again. Hold on. What's up?
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm just away from my mic. There we go. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're back to normal. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Should not be a problem anymore. But yeah.
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 Interesting.
We're back.
That's the thing is, when you're doing something like on the fly, like a stream or whatever, things will happen. It's guaranteed, and it's
guaranteed to happen.
Murphy's law that anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah, it sucks.
So.
This is not that. This is. I was ready for it to happen because.
This is not a drill.
Yeah, it's. Let's just get back into what we were talking about. Basically, my story's kind of crazy with me coming into Yandere Simulator. Basically, I made a joke song making fun of someone who makes fun of Yandere Dev because they lie a lot and they're shown to be quite hypocritical. Their name is Yandere Data Digger. I don't want to get into drama, but I made a
Which
song.
is why you're bringing it up.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm bringing it up. Oh, welcome, Gab. Joel. Basically, I played him that song. He enjoyed it. He wondered how I did it. And then we got into talks, and then boom, school day track number 9 back in into the game. So let's go to the Dream Satellite. So that's a so you made a song called Junkai Express and
Yeah.
Cold Cathode. How do you say
Cold
that?
Cathode. I've been saying it cathode. I might be saying it wrong. It's fine.
Oh, it's your track, man.
Yeah. And yeah. So that was on a project called Dream Satellite, which it's kind of like shelved. I mean, my tracks are out, but like the album itself is yet to be released. There's been some kind of issues with it, but no, yeah, my 2 tracks for it have been put out. I put them out on YouTube. I made videos and everything for them, and it's based on a game called Yume Nikki. A lot of people know of it. A lot of people don't, and it's, if you know of it, you know it's kind of this whole thing about it's like it's sort of like about like exploring dreams. It's very abstract. At first there's seemingly no goal. You just kind of wander around and interact with stuff.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
It's a very nice game. It's got a really unique atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's pretty old, but it's on Steam for free, and then I think so, like there's like a 3D remake. I've not played that. All the music in the game is like really short loops of ambience, or like music. It's like less than 5-second loop, and someone put together a team of people to take that music and expand upon it, or make music inspired by it. And so I was part of that team. We all sort of picked different tracks from the game. I picked Neon World, which is one of the first ones you encounter, and then I picked a train car, in which the ambience is literally just a train car rolling along the tracks, and that's kind of what you hear throughout the opening and the ending of the track.
Yeah, that's why in in the long thing that I made for Bush, which I was gonna play at the beginning of the stream. We had this talk last night. That's why I cut that part out, because it was just train. I was like, no. But no, I enjoyed those tracks. I did enjoy those tracks. I listened to them.
Yeah.
I just didn't know where they came from.
Yeah, no, they're completely but very heavily inspired by the two areas in Yumeniki.
Yeah.
So,
The chat is having an interesting chat right now.
what's going on with your hair there, Queen Elizabeth? Big man Elizabeth.
I'm about to head out.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the first episode of the Only Wednesday podcast. I'm your host. And today my first guest will be Cameron F305 of the 305 podcast.
Yeah, so we're having a podcast class. Oops, I'm about to head out. See, I have an instant transmission sound effect on my Stream Deck, and I'm not. It's not working. Yeah. So let's get into some hard-hitting memes.
Oh no.
Basically, let's talk about your albums: Astral, Canvas, and
Okay.
Sketches Forest, etc. You know, I've heard some of them on Bandcamp and on YouTube. So
The sad thing is I have to open my own Bandcamp to remember all the tracks, which goes to show how much love and care I guess when oops. No, but yeah, they're yeah. Did you have anything specific you wanted to talk about with them, or
the most interesting album in my opinion is Astral Canvas. It's my favorite.
Okay, yeah.
There's a lot of tracks from that album. I mean, and I know this is on the album, but I think Options honestly is one of my favorite tracks from yours. It's just I feel like it's really ambient.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's I'm really happy with Options. There's a lot of my music I do is just like, okay, yeah, that's something, and then I just sort of put it out, and then a little while later I'm like, yeah, it's all right. Like most of that, like, I wouldn't say I disown it, but it's just like, yeah, I kind of forget about them. Mm-hmm. I'd say the biggest tracks from Astral Canvas would be the opening and the ending, literally just titled Astral Canvas, and the reprise. But Options and then 200 and Balls, I think, were my favorite ones. Yeah. Idiophone is pretty good too. The rest are just sort of almost filler, and I feel kind of bad about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but
the tracks in that little subset of that time, like you can hear some Yandere Simulator instruments in that.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. It's no coincidence the Yandere Simulator music uses stuff like the Rhodes keyboards, the strings, kind of simple bass stuff. It's a lot of that's kind of a lot of what I do is just that kind of not quite easy listening, but it's like it's very it's very fun to work with in my opinion.
Yeah, real quick. Hey chat,
What's going on down there?
Can we stay on topic?
Whoa.
Like let's not why?
I don't know what's
Shout
happening.
out to Phonics for just subscribing to the podcast. Okay, so now Streamlabs is supposed to work. See.
Hey Phonics, how's it going?
Shout out to Phonics. He's also works in the OST for Yandere Sim.
Yeah, we've talked a couple of or messaged. I don't think we've not done a call. I don't think.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to how you started making music. I'm pretty sure you went to school.
Yes, I'm
quite sure. I'm quite sure.
I went to school. No, I was raised in the forest by the local gang of wolves.
Oh, so you didn't go to school? Okay, got it.
No, no. In like not third grade. Actually, about third or fourth grade or so, I like took piano lessons because my parents were like, "You got to do something, something other than just sit at home and play video games." I was like, but it wasn't until like fifth, sixth grade, I joined school band. I was gonna play trumpet, but the mouthpiece was too small, and my big old lips couldn't make a buzz on it because I just didn't know what I was doing. So they gave me a trombone mouthpiece instead, and I made a brrr, and they said, "Okay, cool." Gave me an instrument and said, "Sit down, shut up," and I was like, "Okay." No, it was a lot nicer than that, but no, like I went throughout, middle school, high school, playing in band. Come like late high school, I was kind of getting interested in like, oh, music's really cool. Actually, I wonder, how this stuff is made. And then I never really like did anything in terms of official studying. I took like music theory in high school, which is just super basic stuff.
Yeah.
And we can kind of cover some of that a little later.
Exciting.
And after high school, I started going to college. I was going to go for information technology stuff. Because I've worked with computers about as long as I've been doing music, and I took like a couple like intro to music technology class and a couple of classes like that on the side, and I was like, this will be fun. And then I was like, very quickly after like a semester, I was like, oops, turns out this is way better than anything else this college has. So I started doing music full time around 2012, 2013. And that's like that. And then like my first big project outside of like my first albums, my first two albums, like my very first album, Original Bites Volume 1, was literally just class projects. That's all it was. Like every single one of those was literally like, those were all done for a grade. And I was like, you know what, I'll just put all these together and give it an album, quote unquote. And then everything after that was kind of on my own accord, but no, it was a lot of fun. And then like as I got into college as well, I started playing in like professional ensembles, like, you know, jazz band, a brass choir, full orchestra. I'm also currently in a rock ensemble, stuff like Earth, Wind and Fire or Chicago, with like a rock band with a horn section and stuff like that. And I do a lot of I'd say I arranged about a third to half of the songs that we play in that band, and so it's just like a lot of music, a lot of music. So alongside, that's partially why I don't really make a whole lot of music and put it online as much lately. Is the past couple years have been super busy with stuff in real life. Yeah. Given the past few months, I've been able to kind of catch up on some of the online stuff. So
yeah. I find it like, honestly, like I've just found a lot of your music because like watching your live streams back in the day. Just I don't know, it's just something about it. It's just like, dang, back then that was before I even got into creating music. I was just like, wow, I really like, this is really cool. I wish this was something I was like able to do. It's just a lot of talent, and now
you do.
Having learned some stuff, it's just like it's just I don't know.
There it is. It's that easy. Anyone can do it. Find a piano and plink at notes.
Well, I
plink at enough notes and you'll be good enough.
I wouldn't say anybody can do it. I'd say you'd have to have some sort of dedication. Yeah.
But that's with just about anything.
You gotta be interested in it in order to want to actually do it. You can't just be like, okay, I can do this in life. This is easy.
Is mine now.
None of you guys are gonna be as good as me. I'm gonna just do it. Like, you know.
Yeah, that'd be a very bold claim, and good luck with that. You know.
Yeah.
But everybody starts somewhere, and then it's just you keep working on it. I've been. What year is it now? 2020.
Yeah.
It's been about, it's been most of my life I've been playing music, and so it's 15 years or so, I guess. Feels like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So do you have any tips for beginners like Gabchan out there? I'm kidding. Gabchan also does music. He's Joel Clement in chat.
Okay. Here's a tip. Give up. Music is bad. No. Oh, no, that's terrible. I'd say if you don't already know basic music theory, or at least like how to read notes, I start there at least.
Yeah. Mistake I made.
It's very, very helpful. More helpful than some. Like, I know people who kind of almost pride themselves on like, I don't know how to read music. I don't know anything about theory. I know a couple of chords. That's all I need. It's like, but
not a good idea.
In order to break the rules, you got to know the rules, and you got to, at least like understand like what notes are in each. There's only like 12 of them. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I mean,
and then, you can start out with like 8 or 7 of them. Keep it easy on yourself, because some scales are actually ridiculous.
It's just
learn basic, the chords that fit in the scales, and then
there's such a technique. Yeah,
and extensions and
it's so easy to learn scales, in my opinion, because I learned the best technique in the world this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's on FL. Just put in all the white keys, and I call it the blinds effects.
Cheating.
Yeah, pretty much. And you just like click all of them, put the bottom, put the C into whatever key you want it to be in, and then just see if it's in the right, and then make chords based off of that.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that, but it'd be so much easier if you know off the top of your head, like, I have this melody in my head. Na, 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 na. Yeah. What note is that? Da, 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 da. I don't know what note that is. I don't have anything to pull up. Actually, it might be an F. Am I right?
That's talent right there.
It was an F. Oops. But like, okay, this song is in F. I want it to be an F. So there's ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, B flat, da-da-da-da. So like you can quickly identify, like, okay, I don't need to worry about certain notes because I already know what I'm working with.
Like School Day 9, for me, it was all by ear originally.
Yeah.
I just said da 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 na na na. It just it was all by ear, and I was like, okay. But this is before I was semi familiar with notes. I was semi familiar with theory, just not enough. Like I hadn't taken a real class on it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, this sounds like this note. This sounds like this note. And I was particularly right, but I needed some more direction. And then I was like, you know what? I need to take a full theory class. I need to know what I'm doing. So I did. I spent a few days, nothing but learning everything I can about music theory. And I learned quite a bit. And I don't know. I'm not good at learning fast, but for some reason it just clicked with me. And
yeah.
I don't know. I'm really happy for the experience, and I'm taking more classes now. Like more full-length classes now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, classes are definitely helpful as well.
Okay, phonics. Okay, phonics.
Be like me, you can get a guitar tuner.
Look, did you see phonics?
What's going on down here? School day is better though. Oh!
Okay, phonics.
Oh.
My name is Phonics. I'm gonna make it 10-minute. Okay, to be fair, it was a pretty good. That ABC Killer Challenge was pretty good. The theme. I gotta give it to him. It was pretty good.
I don't know what any of this is.
Yeah, that's the track he made. He made a 10-minute long.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was to be honest, it was pretty poggers. I made it.
It's rather poggers.
It made it pretty entertaining for like 10 minutes to be able to listen to, rather than just like the bass tracks.
Is now a bad time to say I've touched the game literally once in the past 6 years, and it was just last week, and I played it for like 5 minutes. And I was like, okay, yeah.
Why would you play it? What would you play it for?
I just sort of like, well, I didn't like play it. I just sort of like walked around school. I was like, oh yeah, huh? Look at that. That's a lot farther than I remember it being, or whatever.
Oh, cutting out. You're cutting out.
Oh no.
Okay, we're good. Basically, what School Day Track? No, not basically. What School Day Track was playing?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's another thing, because I after I stopped working on the game, didn't really pay attention to anything about it. So there's like, I was like, okay, I did my job, and then a few years later, I'm like, there's 9 School Day Track. What?
Yeah.
Like what? What's that all about?
See, to be honest, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before in a call.
Yeah.
I don't think there needs to be this many School Day tracks until I made one.
No bias.
No bias. No, not at all. Like I think this should be like 5 tops. But hey, if I'm making them, shoot, I'll make 20. I was like,
one for every minute of the day.
I'll make one.
Just keep going
for every minute. So from 7 a.m. to 6, even when during class, when nobody, there'll be one note tracks. Just different keyboard presets each time.
Avant-garde minimalism.
Easy. So like for you, it'll play. So like the first 9 minutes of the game will just be all of our tracks.
Yeah, I have a better idea. Just layer all of them on top of each other at the same time. See what happens. That's an experiment. Wow.
I do like a lot of the school day tracks. I'm proud of mine. I'm quite proud of mine. Obviously my favorites are the Only Wednesday ones because I mean,
Because
you can't not love them. I'm genuinely like even if I didn't have contact with you, like genuinely, you gotta love them.
That's weird. Last week on the podcast, you're like, yeah, next week we have some guy who's made the worst music in the game. I was like, oh wow.
I'm pretty sure I didn't say that.
But now you're kissing up, and I'm very confused.
I'm pretty sure I never said that.
Nah,
I'm pretty sure I was kissing up the entire time.
Oh, okay. I'll send you a check in the mail after the show's done.
Bet. Okay, your music sucks. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm leaving.
No, seriously. What if he actually just left it? No, last night when Drew Bozer said he was Canadian, he just left the call.
Yeah, no.
That was the bet.
I don't deal with him. I don't know who this guy is. He showed up in the call, and I said, I don't want any problems here. And then he said,
I'm Canadian.
hello, I live in Canada. And I said, okay, never mind. We're going to have all kinds of problems. And I left the call and blocked him. I don't want to see him.
I wish I could pull up the screenshot on stream. I'm going to try to.
Be careful. Be very careful.
It's of Drew Bozo holding up a gun.
Oh, yeah. No, I posted a letter before.
Hold on. I'm going to send it to the chat.
Uh-oh. But no, yeah.
This is the best. But it's Bozo like holding up a gun, and then Only Wednesday's profile is like right next to it. It's the best.
Yeah.
And it's perfect because it points at the head of his OC.
Yeah.
I know you're still here. I had no thinking of that you weren't here. Only So.
He's still here.
I'm gonna ask you something. That's not on the topics list, but how'd you think of your name, Only Wednesday?
Oh yeah, I get asked that occasionally. It's. You'd think I'd have a concise way of telling the story at this point, but I guess I don't. It basically goes back to when I was in early college. I was hanging out with a friend of mine. We would we'd hang out in the studio at the college until we'd go in there in the middle of the day and then hang out there until 11 at night when the security guard would be like, okay, get out. You got to.
Yeah.
And one of those nights we were having a conversation about something. We were like sitting in like a gas station parking lot, just sitting on the backs of our cars or whatever. And
it's about Druid Sandstorm.
He was what?
Was it about Druid Sandstorm?
No.
Oh.
No. We were sitting on the back of our car. It was like a week that had a whole lot of crap going on. And
only on Wednesdays.
And it was Wednesday at like 3 a.m. and we're just like rattling off everything that was happening. And I was like, man, yeah, it's all this stuff's going on. It's only Wednesday. And I was like, hey, that's pretentious.
That's pretentious.
I was like, that's pretentious enough to work as a name. Because at the time I wanted a name for my projects, and it was just a pretentious enough sounding name to work. And sure enough, that's refusing to change it, even though I should.
I'm curious if people really want to know how I thought of my name.
Does it have to do with the 305
reasons I don't want to live?
You beat Sonic Adventure 2 battle?
That was quite specific.
Yeah.
It's more of the 305 times I watched The Office on repeat.
Oh, okay.
Straight.
Okay. Or
the hours that I've genuinely no longer wanted to be on this planet. No.
Oh.
Just kidding. I have the most boring story for how I created my name.
Well, that's how it always is. Yeah, it's always, it's never interesting to the person who it happened to.
So my name is Cameron. My last name is Fields. Fields starts with an F. Cameron F.
Whoa.
and then I was creating Roblox, a Roblox account. It's about 2010. No, I think it was 2009 actually. Back when I was like, I don't even know how young.
Yeah.
I was bored and I was like, I need to make a Roblox account. Because my friend
305 accounts.
Yeah, I had Cameron F3. I know I had Cameron F1, Cameron F2, all the way up to 305. Yeah, 305 means the amount of women I shag. 100%.
Yo.
I'd say it's not a cuss word. It's a cuss word in the UK. It's not a cuss word in America.
Yo.
Technology. Yeah. So basically, the 305. My favorite roller coaster in our local theme park is King's Dominion, and it's called the Intimidator 305, and I was obsessed with it at the time because I just became tall enough to ride it. It's like the biggest. It's one of the tallest and fastest roller coasters in the East Coast area at the time it was. And I was like, I love this.
And then the dragster came along.
And then I was just like 305. Boom.
Nice.
But yeah, my friend, played Roblox and he wanted me to play it too. So I just made the name. And ever since then it stuck. Well, originally my YouTube channel name was Cameron Fields. It was just my full name. But I made it such a big deal about changing my name at the time when I had like 13 subscribers. To Cameron 305. It was cool and all, but things have changed. Yeah. So let's move on. What have been your favorite projects to work on, or favorite albums to make?
I would say, I don't know. I don't really think I have a favorite specifically, just because, like, every album I've made, I like some tracks, and then like after some time passes, I'm like, yeah, the rest of it's not great.
I'm a little.
But like,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm just a little. I don't know. Like, some stuff is like I'd probably, if I had to pick an album, like at least an album that I've released, Astral Canvas, just because I really like the variety that I had on there.
Same.
But also I'd say probably stuff that I'm working on right now. There's stuff that only a few people know about, and I'm hopefully gonna get something out soon. It's stuff I've been trying to work on for a few years now.
Yeah.
And now I'm finally getting to the point where it's like, all right, let's settle down and actually get something rolling here. So, I've started a couple of things, and it's just a matter of finishing them sometime this millennium, I guess.
That's exciting. I mean,
yeah.
Astral Canvas.
I'm gonna just try to focus on one thing at a time, I guess, is what I'm gonna try to do, but we'll see.
That's fair. It's fair. I mean, I really enjoyed Astral Canvas. Wait, I'm curious. What's your favorite song on Astral Canvas?
The title track. Yeah. Astral Canvas and Astral Canvas. I really liked those. I had a lot of fun working on them. I feel like they were the first time I felt like I had a proper, like, powerful melody in a song. And
yeah.
I ended up, actually, as my music theory 4, I ended up remaking it with like a full strings and brass and percussion and organ. Like, it came out to be like 8 minutes long, and I put a score of it on YouTube and everything. But yeah.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Yeah. Question. So, like, you were able to put your album, and this is pertaining to Yanderism. You were able to put that on Bandcamp, and get paid for it.
Yes.
What about other platforms like Spotify, iTunes?
I've tried multiple times.
Do you have Dev's permission though? Because like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We've already kind of gone over it and everything, but I've tried at least twice through different distribution services to get my music onto Spotify and Apple and all that stuff.
I use DistroKid.
Apple iTunes. Yeah, I tried DistroKid. I think that was one of the two that I tried, and CD Baby I think might have been the other one.
DistroKid works really well, personally.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is like I have problems that no one else seems to have. When I uploaded the Yandere Simulator soundtrack or Your Call or Astral Canvas, Well, everything had different problems, and they came up with excuses to not put it on the platform. For Astral Canvas, they demanded that I change the album art because people might get confused if it doesn't have my name and the album title plastered in the middle of the thing. For Yandere Simulator, they didn't want to put it on because they thought I was spamming with too many similar songs. And I explained it's a soundtrack. It's a dynamic soundtrack, and it's designed to be similar songs, and they didn't want that on there.
I've been getting a lot of messages to put School Day 9 on Spotify specifically.
Yeah,
not even Apple Music.
Yeah, I get people asking, "Oh, can you put it on Spotify?" multiple times, and I've tried. I've tried twice, and both times they basically took my money and just said, "No, we're not going to help you. Figure it out. Good luck. Have fun. Bye."
I have a single and an album on DistroKid. I'm gonna take down the album because I'm not happy with it. It's way before I knew anything. I plan on it, or at least making a deluxe version which is what I would rather have done. Or just not do it in general. It's just focus on composing. But DistroKid worked pretty well. I've
heard that, and I don't know if that's the one I tried or not. I'd have to go through emails from years ago and figure it out. But I've considered doing it again. I might try again in the future, next album I put out, and see what happens.
They do have some strict rules I don't like on DistroKid. Like, you have to have a capital letter for the first of every word. You can't do all caps. You can't do lowercase.
You can't stylize. They want you to follow, like, it's stuff like that. It's just like that's
I'm
not
like, why. Like, there's a song I covered called "Ugly," and the original is in all caps, but I had to stylize it normally, and I'm like, I don't want this.
They control it though, so you got to follow their rules, and I don't like that, which is why I stick to Bandcamp just in YouTube, just over it. I don't want other people to have control over it. I'm a control freak when it comes to my music, I guess. I don't know.
That's fair.
Not really, but it's when it comes to the distribution of it, I'd like to have a very strong say in how it all works, and what I can and can't do with it, or what they can and can't do with it.
Yeah, well, I posted everything to SoundCloud. That's what that's the only platform I have put it on. But I'm happy that and a few people have actually just seen it. I didn't say anything about it until now that it was on SoundCloud, and it's weird. I hit Yanridev up about putting it on Spotify because people have been asking, and I'm like, I can do it. It's under an independent label. We won't have any issues. And he said he didn't know how to respond to the question. And it was a really Siri response. So I was like, maybe not, just in case, something happens. So yeah, I mean, let's move on to who's your inspiration actually? Who's your favorite artist?
That's another really hard question because I don't really have favorites, and I don't like play favorites with stuff like that. On Twitter, I recently put out one of those like 3x3s of my favorite albums. I can scroll down, kind of rattle some of those off.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, there's a whole lot of music that I listen to, and it's just it's hard to pick a specific band or specific artist and be like, hey, this is this is my inspiration right here. This one specifically. No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I don't know if I can link this in the chat.
Put it in
or not.
Put it in
Discord.
The general chats and questions.
Oh, the general chat in like the server?
Yeah.
Under community, I guess.
Yeah, you can put it in general.
Okay. All right, I just posted it in the general there. It's stuff like Elbow, like kind of British rock. Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds is a really big one.
Yeah.
Snarky Puppy, a lot of people know them. They're kind of like a jazz fusion comp. I like Modest Mouse, Strela Manifesto. Bale Fleck and the Flecktones is really good. Really great band, like world-class musicians. Everyone knows of Radiohead.
Yeah.
Niels Fram is probably the most recent one that I've learned about, and it's just like super, super cool. Like his solo stuff, it's just pianos and synthesizers, and he does a lot of stuff on his own. And then there's World's End Girlfriend is really, really good too, but that's like closer to just like really hard. I don't know if I call it industrial, but it's
Only ones that go
it's
hard.
it's probably the most out there
Yeah.
on the list. It's very heavy.
So I have a very odd music taste for a composer, especially. Because obviously I'm younger. So
yeah,
you know, I have a very wide variety.
Sure.
I love The Wall by Pink Floyd. Great album.
Yeah, that's a very good album. Yeah,
Incredible
it's great.
album.
It's a great example of a concept album.
Incredible album in my opinion. But I also like albums like Question Mark by XXXTentacion.
Okay, yeah.
It's like two very different albums, but I adore both of them a lot. I got BG Mike on my server because he's my friend. That's literally how. I just like, hey, you want to join? He's like, sure.
There you go.
Easy. Basically, like those two are some of my favorites, and I'd say the reason I like X is because he's very versatile. I like his story as well. He went from like the villain of, you know, music, like everybody, because he did screamo stuff, and he was very hard, and people made fun of him all the time. He's like today's Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like people, I disliked him a lot at that time. I'm like, okay, he's just a hooligan. Then he completely changed. He did a complete 180 and started making like genuine music and started like having a positive message. And then right when he was changing as a person, he was murdered. It's just like, I don't know. I have a lot of respect because he changed himself, but he didn't get to live it out. But
yeah, it's as long as he's, you know, he obviously likes what he's doing, because if he didn't, he wouldn't be doing it. But the biggest thing is just, you know, people who stick with what they do, or like stand behind what they do, I should say, not necessarily stick with, because that implies not necessarily.
If he stuck with what he did, I wouldn't like him still.
Yeah. Yeah, the redemption arc.
Yeah, and I'm proud of him because I know he didn't do it for the you know, the attention, because what he was doing before got him all the attention. The surprising thing for me is because he didn't seem like it didn't seem like he would get any attention with like his album 17, which was an entire album about his suicidal thoughts, and that's how I got it. That's how I ended up like liking him, because I connected and understood, because that's something I was going through at the time.
People who are, I guess, avid into music, I should say, has like an album that they super relate with. And for me, that was Everything Goes Numb by Streetlight Manifesto, the one in the middle square there. Yeah. And it's, you know, it's a very, very good album. And it's similar in it sounds like it'd be similar in concept.
Yeah, and like before X was like making songs like effed up, like really scream songs, hard bass. Like Look at Me blew him up, and then he made a song called Jocelyn Flores, like that blew up. But that was a way different song, and nobody expected that from him. It was no traditional, like he had like he actually used music theory. He actually used he actually composed and had general composition rather than just like hard 808s and stuff, like with no emotion to it. There was genuine emotion and like genuine, you know, work put into it. Like I can tell like there was soul into this. It's not just random crap. It was genuine soul. That's why I really respected it, because you don't see like the traditional rapper doing that. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Mr. Amazing, I don't know if you know who that is, made an amazing video called XXXTentacion, A Tormented Mind, before he passed away, and it
I'll have to check that out.
and it just really goes into like why he I adore him so much as an artist. Like there's so much, and that was before he released my favorite album of his called Question Mark. I 100% recommend watching that video. It's a really really good video, and you might end up like checking out X because of it. Obviously, his posthumous stuff I'm not as much of a fan of because it's after he passed away. It's all you can tell it's made by the label, not him.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, off that. Music theory.
Yes.
Music theory. So, tell me how'd you get into music theory? Because music theory is a very, it's a very broad topic.
It is. It's a very broad topic. It's some people think it's like a set of rules that you're supposed to use to write music, but I think it's more of like a set of like not necessarily guidelines. It's a little more free form than that.
Yeah.
It's if you want to achieve a certain effect, here's how you do it. Like here's how you go about it. It's not here's what you must do, which is what a lot of people think it is.
If it was that, then chromaticism wouldn't exist.
Essentially, yeah. Although non-diatonic notes have notes outside of the key have reason to exist depending on what you're trying to do but theory explains when and how to use those notes. Like
circus music is a good example.
You got the Entry of the Gladiators. Everyone knows that.
I can play
it's oh yeah, it's chromatic.
Yeah, it's a prime example.
Yeah, but theory, I'd say, like, unless you want to do specific styles of composition for specific groups of instrumentation, you wouldn't have to worry about like the super high level, like 18th century style music theory, blah blah.
In the 1800s,
all the rules of chord progressions as following the chart and all this other stuff. If you're writing for like 4-part vocals, then you might want to, but you can use parallel fifths and octaves now, and it sounds good. It's just hard to do when you have two voices.
Yeah,
it was historically hard to get those perfectly in tune as you were going along, but nowadays it's not nearly as much of an issue. People are used to. But no, like for theory, it's you just need to know your notes, learn some chords, learn how to modify the chords, add extra notes into them to give them a certain sound, and learn when to use what chord to achieve a certain effect or whatever.
Yeah.
A very prominent and relevant example is in School Day 1. It starts in an A inverted chord and goes down, then it goes to D and then D minor. That kind of gives that minor, that major to minor 4 chord gives that longing and nostalgic feel. It's a very tropey way to portray that feeling.
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, it's it's that kind of thing. Those are the kind of things that you can learn with theory.
I'm sorry, Randall on the chat.
Yeah, Randall, that's a friend of mine.
I'm trying
when we get to the Q&A, we'll go through all those, and I want to rapid fire Randall's questions towards the end.
Please do. I'm excited.
I will.
But yeah,
we'll do that. We'll do that later on.
I took a first general music theory class before I was big into composition, because I've only been doing this for a year or nearly 2. Give or take, and obviously I started off remaking hip hop beats and making basic melodies. I figured out I'm really good at creating melodies. In the past year, I realized I can make melodies on the fly. Like, give me at least a half an hour and I can make a brand new melody. Like the melody you guys heard in the very beginning of the podcast with the synthwave, I created yesterday in about 30 minutes. And I feel like it had a good flow and it worked with the voiceover. It had everything I wanted in it. I'm proud of it. I can go in depth with it, but I feel like there's no real point to it. It's quite basic. You know, and if you want to know my thought process on creating melodies, you can watch my deconstructed video.
Nice promotion. nice self-promotion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Own it.
Yeah. Self-promotion. Yeah.
Go. You can watch that video here, and just be sure to add a card to the stream later on.
You know they're removing that. They're removing live stream cards. You can't
really?
You can't put cards on live streams after today. I learned that today because I was going to promote your channel on the card. Starting today, they're not going to let you do that anymore.
We did it. We found another thing YouTube decided just to remove for no reason.
But why?
All right.
You can't even do it in the new YouTube studio, and that's why there was like a thing on Discord. It's because I had to go in the old YouTube studio to even try to do it.
Why did they remove annotations? Why did they remove public annotations? That was a great feature. That was fun, but you know.
Well, I mean, I wonder why they removed public annotations.
Oh, well, you had to share the link. But anyway, that's getting off rail there.
Public annotations.
All kinds of fun.
So what is your creative process, and like what are your like best practices when it comes to making music? I'm interested to hear this actually.
So you said earlier that you think you're like really good at making melodies. I'm the exact opposite in that one of my former music theory, one of my music tech professors described me as having commitment problems or commitment, and I was like, what?
That's not good.
But he was right though in that I'll try to come up with a melody, but then I always want to change it. I don't want to stick with it, and I'm never happy with a melody that I've written down.
Opposite.
And
for me.
yeah, exactly. So like a melody is like the very last thing I even consider worrying about if I even have a chance to come up with one. Especially for like the Andare Simulator stuff. I never wrote that.
No. We'll get
the
to
school
that.
day tracks intending to have a melody.
Get to that later.
Yeah, but it's stuff like, I usually start with like chords. Like I'll just play around on a piano for a little while, or maybe I'll scroll through and find like an instrument or something I can. I like, oh, that sounds really cool. I can make some with this. Or like I'll kind of play around and get inspired by it and try to write something down. But it starts with like the chords and like a rhythm of some kind, and then I'll probably add the drums and bass around the same time. Probably drums come before bass.
Oh, 100%. I've always done drums before any type of 808s.
Yeah. And then, you know, harmonies, stuff like that, along like with the chords, you add, you know, your backup stuff, arpeggios and all that all those fun things, and then kind of layer some kind of melody on top of it if I ever bother to come up with one. A lot of my music I've always kind of intended to be background music in a way, just something you'd put on in the background and not listen to as a forefront. But that's just, I don't know, it's just I write music that I like to hear, and I basically just write stuff to make myself happy. So stuff like Astral Canvas is kind of the song, not the album, is kind of a change of pace where I think I wrote the chords and then immediately jumped to melodies.
Yeah. So for me, let's get into, you know, mine. Basically, I suck at deciding to scratch melodies unless I'm not liking it. And
interesting.
Gab and Amber, two people who helped me, you know, fix up the melody before I understood like chords as much, before I understood I'm sorry. Before I understood the key of E.
Okay, yeah.
At the time. And I was like, I love this melody and I'm not going to change it. They're like, put it in a different key. No. And I couldn't at the time, but I ended up, you know, changing it. I ended up editing the chorus melodies to be in the key of E because I learned the key of E and I learned all the other keys as well. I was good with C and A. Those are the two I could do.
Yeah, C and A minor are where a lot of people start, just because it's all white keys. Keeps it easy. Don't worry about the other keys yet.
Yeah.
On the piano, and then people will usually probably jump to like F or G, because it includes a.
But yeah,
and then
like for my first true...
other people will just like jump way up, and they're just like, I want to. It's got to be in. It's just like got to figure out. Oh wait, what notes am I supposed to work with?
Yeah, and I'm taking a true music theory class now, yeah, and in and my next year of school. So I'm double taking it. I'll obviously know a lot more next year.
Yeah, music theory classes, especially the early ones, are very useful, very important.
But now I have a basic knowledge of everything, or I'd say now an intermediate knowledge of everything. And I'm really happy I took the class because I feel like I know so much more. And it's just like, hey, you want to know a fun fact? It's hey.
Yeah.
And my creative process is I am very dedicated to to a lot of my melodies. I think of all of my melodies as like my babies, most of them. And every once in a while, you'll have the bad apple, the baby that throws a tantrum. Then I'm like, okay, bye. You're up for adoption.
Yeah.
And start a new.
Does anybody want this melody?
You guys want this melody? Go.
I don't want it anymore.
$200.
It keeps nagging me.
Keeps nagging me. Keeps throwing tantrums. He has ADHD.
$5. Selling it directly on my OnlyFans.
On OnlyFans. I will admit, as much as I don't like him, he is dummy thick. So go ahead.
Whoa. What a promotion.
What a promotion. Guys, onlyfans.com/melodyiHate. melodyiHate.com/buy. Basically, but yeah, I'm very dedicated. Like that melody I was so dedicated to once I made it on FL Studio mobile, mind you, mobile.
Mobile.
Okay, so what are your favorite VSTs and drum kits to use?
The thing is about VSTs is I hadn't really used any for a very long time, because my main DAW, my digital audio workstation, Reason, didn't support them, and a lot of people didn't like it because of that. It supports them now.
I didn't know this.
But the thing is, the only VST that's like, because Reason is like a rack, like hardware, almost like virtual hardware based. It's like a synthesizer kind of program or whatever. I'm just so used to using those like built-in instruments that I never really needed any other VSTs, and I always like felt like if there was a sound I heard, I was like, oh, I don't need that VST. I could probably make it myself somehow. But the only VST I use really is for my orchestra stuff. It would be the East-West Symphonic Orchestra. I use Symphonic Orchestra Platinum because I like my microphone positions and I love wasting money. But they have like other ones like the Hollywood Orchestra and all that stuff. They have a ton of different ones, and they have a subscription plan where you can just use all of them if you wanted. But I just stick with the one.
Subscription plans for music like tools. Like what's the point?
It depends on what it is.
Or any tools,
if it's
like
something
Adobe.
that you get, if you get new stuff regularly, I'm okay with it. Which is why I'm like okay with Composer Cloud, they call it, because they add new stuff pretty frequently. But if it's something like a program like Photoshop or something where like you pay money monthly and then you get like very minor revisions and updates where nothing really changes, I'm very much against that.
So Phonics likes FL keys. Not the hugest fan of FL keys.
I don't even know what FL keys is.
So it's like the default keyboard kind of the default keyboard for FL Studio.
Oh, okay.
So like
just your regular like pianos and electric pianos and stuff.
Yeah, they have basic Rhodes, basic grand pianos.
Yeah, a lot of music stuff has they always have the basic instrument samplers, stuff like that.
I mean, they have Direct Wave, which is you can just sample anything, and you can go there in packs and just take things from FL keys and put it in. That's what I did with the electric piano originally with School Day 9. But FL keys, you have a little bit more leeway. You can edit certain things. You can tweak certain things. It's like they have presets rather than just a direct.
It's similar to like the samplers in Reason, the NNXT and NN19, where it's a sampler. You got all the features that you need, and you can kind of work with them. Probably set like regions of samples and stuff.
Yeah, I personally not a fan of FL keys. I like Harmless because I feel like it's the most you can get realistic sounding, or you can just make it like I used you
can go crazy with it.
Yeah, I created a Harmless preset. I just went default and I tweaked it, and I'm very familiar with Harmless, the VST that's built in, and I basically created my own preset. It took me like a few hours to really get the perfect sound that I wanted, but I loved it, and it was perfect, and it took a while for me to get spot on to the point where I was happy with it. But I'd consider it like I use it a lot, or I use it as a basing for like when I'm making a pleasant melody. I'll create a new preset based off of that. I'm more a fan of creating my own presets than using presets or using.
Presets are a lot of people. Some people will just use them as presets are really supposed to be like a platform to kind of jump off of to get. A much different sound, or like it's a starting point of like, I like this, but I want it to sound more like this. So you start tweaking stuff and adding your own effects and everything. They're rarely supposed to be used as is.
Yeah. Unless I'm making a concept, I won't use things as is. Like the electric piano I was using for School Day 9 was not meant to stay. It was just meant to be used. That's why I used FL keys. And FL keys with enough tweaking can be useful, but I personally don't use it. Anyway, so what obviously uses Reason. I use FL Studio. There's also Ableton and GarageBand.
Stuff like there's a whole lot of DAWs out there.
What's the first one you used that you told me about from like the 80s?
It was Anvil Studio. It's from like 1998, and I used it for a few years, like just learning how to write music, and it wasn't very good.
Wait, hold on.
How do I add a drum track?
Let me explain something. Okay, so phonics. You see, there's a button on top of FL Studio. One of the many buttons. They have a little series of buttons under like the audio waveform place. Click one of them, and soon you'll get something that comes up that's based off of a pattern that you can create in FL. That's how you make a drum track. Okay, back to what you were saying. Sorry, I
don't even know what a drum is. I refuse to use drums. I just hit buttons until something sounds good.
The hell's a drum?
All the different DAWs I've used in no particular order, because I'd hardly remember. I used I wouldn't consider them to be DAWs. I'd consider them more music notation software. I used Anvil Studio I've used Sibelius, I've used Finale, and then I currently use Muse. It's free and I like it. And then for like proper music production, I obviously use Reason the most. I've tried FL Studio. Yeah. Honestly, I really don't like it.
Why?
I don't like the workflow that it tries to do. It feels like it's flowing towards wanting to make loops, which I'm not a fan of that flow necessarily. I don't know. If I spent more time with it, it probably wouldn't be as bad, but it was just such a different experience. I don't really care for it.
I see where you're coming from.
I've used Ableton quite a bit for some orchestra stuff on Windows. I've used Garage, but I vastly prefer the big brother Logic Pro X, which is GarageBand but like fleshed out and more, which I've used that quite a lot as well for other orchestra stuff.
Yeah. GarageBand was given to me on my iPhone for free. GarageBand is free, and it's to try to lure you into getting Logic, just
there's a lot of limits in GarageBand that seem kind of pointless.
I don't like. I mean, GarageBand isn't good. It's not meant to be good. I don't think.
You can make stuff in GarageBand. I think I made a track in GarageBand once, and I was like, yeah, that's all right.
I can't. I can't. But I mean, I understand like where you're coming from with FL. I love FL. I mean, my entire melody that I created in for the like I made somewhat of a full version for like of course the intro track. Was all a consistent melody. And you can create patterns, which I can understand why you would think like it'd be used for loops. But if you spend some time in there, you realize that it's variety. But of course, Fruity Loops, I get it. You made the ABC Killer theme on GarageBand? There's no way. I don't believe that. I thought you used FL. There's no. I don't believe you. I'm pretty sure. I am almost sure that you used FL because I never saw you on Discord saying, "Oh, I'm playing FL Studio." I mean, no, I did. That's what I saw. I saw that. I did not see playing GarageBand because there's no way you did it on your iPhone. There's no way.
I don't know if you can set GarageBand as a game. I try. Reason doesn't being put in Discord as a game. I know that.
I mean, you can put in FL Studio as a game. You can put in anything as a game. You
can, but like it's the way that it reads the string at the top of the program, and it's a programming thing.
I mean, I don't know. Is that why it sounds a little muffled? But I just assumed that it was because that salt shaker could be going wild in the thing.
Uh-oh.
I don't believe you at all. I genuinely don't believe you.
Phonics, what have you done? You've caused horrible discourse in
the
podcast.
You've caused discourse.
Bruh.
I just spammed the. Okay, off that. We'll talk. We'll get into that off stream. What's your favorite genre of music?
That one.
Huh?
Right there, the one that you're pointing at. It's that one right over there. It's that one. I'm pointing right at it. You can see it.
Baba Booey?
I don't have a favorite genre because it's just genres are weird. They're putting labels and stuff that like it can work for very generalized bits, but as you get deeper and deeper, it gets more and more contrived. It's with genres, I'd say if I had to pick one, it'd be something like jazz orchestra, like jazz funk fusion. I'd say jazz fusion orchestra is probably closest up there.
Yeah.
But I mean, depending on my mood, I'll listen to whatever. I listen to noise occasionally, ambient, metal, hip hop, whatever. It all depends on what I'm feeling, how it's going.
Yeah. I mean, of course, because Lil Pump is your biggest musical influence. Lil Pump.
Yeah. There's a guy who does music who I won't name on the stream because his name is not safe for.
What is it?
Public.
But
like it's like really cool set lists of stuff, and it's super chill, and it's just all kinds of stuff.
Can you abbreviate the name?
DJ
Keemstar?
RK? DJ RK, I guess.
DJ
but like
Keemstar?
No, not quite. No. I don't know anything Keemstar.
You don't know about Keem.
The thing. Everyone knows all these like YouTube celebrities. I'm like, I don't even know half.
Dude, you haven't heard Dollar in the Woods by DJ Keemstar?
This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Walked in the woods, found a dollar, dude. It's such a it is, dollar.
It sounds like it was. It sounds like it was a diss track of some kind.
Oh, it was not a diss track.
Bruh.
Oh, I'm spamming the bruh sound effect right now.
Bruh.
I got brud. This sucks.
Alexa, play Dorito Sandstorm. Thank you. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And next topic. I'm gonna get slammed for that. YouTube. About
YouTube.com.
YouTube. The YouTube's website. YouTube.
I've never heard of it.
Neither have I. Okay.
Okay.
That's wrong.
Yeah. So yeah, you put this on here. I don't remember.
I remember we were
what
on
you
the call.
specified.
We were on the call when I
Yeah.
put it on there.
Yeah, I don't remember what you put it on.
But why?
for.
Why? Discourse.
YouTube. It's a website. It's a lot of people dislike it. A lot of people are angry at the people running it all the time.
I don't think it's
know.
fair to dislike it when that's all you use.
Yeah, but that's also the thing is like, oh, what are you gonna do? Go to Vimeo and get about a 20th of the views you would get on YouTube or less? It's just.
I mean, it's a good
can't-
website. They just
I
don't
don't
make
know.
the best decisions. It's much better than Twitch's decisions. They don't have weird deer ladies becoming council members. I don't know. Oh God.
What?
Okay, we're gonna have a little mini segment here. We're calling this one Ferociously Steph. I don't know if you know who this person is. This individual
know.
is someone who identifies as a deer.
I think that's a topic we should stray from.
I don't blame you.
Uh-oh.
They do identify as transgender, which is there's nothing wrong with that.
My horse is already out of the race.
However, her deer is in the race. Oh wait, no, she is the deer.
I shot my horse already. The race is over.
It's hunting season.
I lost all of my money on this horse.
Let me tell you this. So basically, she was like ready to ban people, and she's like, Twitch is giving me authority, and they can't take it away from me. And honestly, there's people that should be afraid of me. And then Twitch had to come out saying, no, they have no authority, and they can't ban you. I'm like,
Nice.
but they still endorse her. They need to. She's
Threatening.
just look up like Ferociously Steph on YouTube. You'll see some clips that you don't want to see. Yeah.
Bruh.
Just look it up. You'll see what you don't want to see.
Can we get a Baba Booey for it?
Baba
I
Booey.
think I'm good. Can we get some poggers in the chat?
Can we get a Baba Booey?
Baba Booey.
I have a Baba Booey sound effect. Just
I don't know what that is.
Baba Booey.
I'm getting
Baba
old.
Booey.
I don't know what anything is
Bruh.
anymore.
Dude, Baba Booey's a really old meme.
Maybe.
It's
I
like
don't
it's
know.
like
I'd
a
have to figure it.
2012 meme.
Oh,
Yeah, come on, man.
2012. Oh man.
It's like a 2012 meme that it's resurfacing.
Slowly reeling back and falling backward out of my chair. Oh no!
Oh hey. Okay, so I think I think Bozo might understand it. Okay. So children in
Twitch plays
YouTube
big
comments.
game hunter.
Come back and Dear Girl is the topic.
Children in YouTube comments. Oh yeah, that's right.
Children in YouTube comments.
I get a lot of comments on my videos, and it's really just strange. Like I'll be doing something and my phone will like go off, and I'm like, oh okay, did I get a text or something? I look at my phone, it's like a comment on YouTube, and I'm like, okay,
Bruh.
what does it say? And then it just
Bruh.
says something like, I got one just today. They just said thax, THACKS smiley face, thax.
Hey,
Like,
at
nothing
least they
against-
added a smiley face. If only
Yeah,
they
but,
said
like-
God bless. That'd be
God, the Lord above bless
the Lord
them
above.
and keep them. But
The
like,
Lord
what-
above.
I'm not trying to dunk on people commenting on my videos. I appreciate that people like them enough to interact with the videos, but if I just kind of scroll down, I'll start getting like weird comments.
Oh, trust me. Oh, yeah. By the way, there's this thing on YouTube, and since you're like,
And people like fight in the comments. It's so weird.
I have the funniest things to say. Trust me. Like I can tell you some funny comments that you might enjoy to hear. That do involve you. About after my school day track released. But I would like to mention. So if you ever get a comment that says "wanna be friends" or "please heart this comment" or something like that, don't click on it. Don't interact with it. It's a hacker.
Really?
I'll check it later, Phonics. Jeez, man. Yeah, don't interact with them. It's like they'll have like a little kiwi logo, I think, or something like that, or so. They have like really basic names. One's called Song. One like they'll be like, "Hey, loved this video." They won't say your name usually, but they'll say just "want to be friends." "Want to be friends" is like the most common thing. Don't interact. Don't heart. Don't do anything. They'll be
They're
like,
gonna hack my Wi-Fi if
loved
I
this
like
video.
your comment.
What I would do is I'd just click on their channel and just like see if their subscriptions are hidden, then don't trust them pretty much. And if they are advertising other channels, like don't trust them. They're bots and they plan to hack. I mean,
You're mean.
What is my mean?
It's your mean.
So okay, it's my mean. So what mean? Is it like the total mean? Like the mean like a math? Wanna be my friend? Drew Bozo. Can we also mention the amazing amount of people who email Drew Bozo that are young, like I'd say around 11 years old. God bless, you're hired.
I think.
Oh wait,
that might be a topic for a future.
That might be a topic for next week.
Podcast.
That might be a perfect topic for next week. Okay, so
there it is.
Let's read some YouTube comments. So I told you about this right before this, and if you're watching this, Olivia, God bless you. Thank you for your comment. I really appreciated it. But I just have some questioning on what your scope of life is. Your dream you expressed to me was a new school day track in Yandere Sim. And I'm flattered and I'm happy I made your dream come true.
Congratulations, you did it.
However, dream a little bigger. I would like to give some advice. Maybe dream to you know, get into a good college, or dream into
aim a little high.
Aim a little higher.
My dream is for somebody else to make a track. Okay.
That happens every day, I'm afraid.
We did it. We solved it. We solved this. This person's happy.
This person is very happy.
Life happy.
I made someone's life happy. And can I say, okay, so here's some of their comments. And by the way, I hearted them because I appreciate it. They are very wholesome. They commented. Let me find them.
I have one here, and someone's gonna correct me because I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
OMG! Imagine Yoongi playing piano and Jin playing guitar to this at a concert. That'd be so cool.
Ah.
I don't know what that means. Another one says, "I can't." In all caps, I can't hear the comments.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
I don't know what it means.
No.
I'm 8. I love blood and gore. Smiley. Oh. OMG, that's a dead body. Okay.
I think they're mimicking the Yandere Sim.
It's all on Yandere Simulator video.
Of course, like
I get weird comments on other videos, but like this is the majority of them. Does a cannonball into the pool?
Huh? What? Bobby?
What does that mean? Why?
Bobby, what?
These boys, they just ain't right. I'm telling you, that was not a good Hank.
They need the power of propane. Bobby, I tell you what, if you keep commenting on that Only Wednesdays channel, you need to understand that it has nothing to do with the topic at hand, Bobby. That was terrible. It was good at first, and then it just went downhill.
I like this comment here where somebody like is criticizing a really old song I did.
Yeah,
and I said, yeah, it's pretty bad. And then they said, oh, I'm sorry. No, you were right.
It's like they don't expect you to reply when you have like a lot of views on the channel.
Even if they're right.
Like
all I think of when I hear the song is Voidkin Hospital. That's got to be something on YouTube that kids are into.
Okay, so here's the comment by Olivia Place.
Oh boy.
By the way, huge shout out to you for commenting and being a fan, because I appreciate the support always. But here's the original comment, and it's a little concerning, but I appreciate it so much. It has 6 likes, so that means at least 5 other people, because I was one of the comments, one of the likes, connected with this in a way. They were like, yeah, I agree. All caps. I love you. Thank you.
Whoa.
I wish.
Whoa. Hey. Whoa.
I wished for another school day. You're the best person I know. XOX. So they gave me a couple kisses and a hug, as well. Thanks. I would ask, for consent next time.
You're playing matchmaker, are you?
Yeah. I responded with, "Aw, you're so sweet," and I take it she liked that comment. Then later on, I broke down how it was made, and then they said, "Thank you for making my dream come true." All caps. Can I say 2 people that weren't me? I hearted this one. I didn't.
You made 2 people's dreams come true.
That means 2 people resonated with that, and then they saw you. They saw your comment. And they said,
Oh yeah.
"Hey, Mr. Wednesday, I love your music too. Can you reply to my comment?"
Yeah, can you reply to my comment? I just replied and I'm like, sure.
I said, "No way! Is that the man exclusively on Wednesday?" I'm in shock.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. I cried and I can't even understand the language. What?
There's no.
And mind you, the what is in the comment. That's part of the comment. What? Oh, this is good. This is a pair of comments left.
What video is that?
That was on Subasu Kudasai. So it was Japanese singing.
Okay. I was about to say, like, what if it was like the instrumental version?
Oh no, that'd be crazy. Here's I like this comment because the same person replied like a week later. They said, "I just feel uncomfortable," and then like a little while later they commented again, "I feel even more uncomfortable."
They came back a week later like, "I wonder how uncomfortable I still feel." Oh yeah,
it's worse now.
It's even worse now. I love these. Okay, so there's a lot of comments that I got. One was an early comment on the video, the school day track video. And I don't know what to think about it, because it's kind of like a diss at me in a way. Like I have a lot of wholesome comments, and I really appreciate it. Like, "Esta me gusta mucho más, no sé por qué, pero me encanta escuchar." Like, thank you.
Whoa.
No, genuinely, I translated that. It was good. So person, and 3 people liked this, by the way. So thanks. Said, Enduro Phantom said, "I missed the old song. It was much nicer." But then he proceeds to like my edit, the video, the content in the video. I also like how her eyes change on the song. So basically, her eyes, she changes from like the low sanity, like the bloody version of her, like the picture changes as the sanity gets lower, and like the vignetting changes as well. So they liked how the video visually looked, which is not the point of it. It's the point is the music.
Yeah.
But they go and diss the song. They say, "I like the older version." Mind you, mine's just the 9th variant. Oh yeah, by the way, I looked at Ruben the Pig's channel because they pinned in my comment because I thanked him for listening to my track. I saw a comment. I didn't reply to it. I'm like, okay, this is stupid. Are you replacing Only Wednesday? I'm like,
yeah, probably.
Yeah. Hi, Only. Your name? What did Olivia? Oh, Mr. Wednesday.
Mr. Wednesday. Oh, here's a good one. "Many people dies. Me walks. Some random dude. Back off." Okay.
What?
That's okay.
What?
Another comment is they use a picture of Barack Obama as their avatar, and they just say "Yas."
Really?
And I
love that.
Yeah.
I played Will Smith.
Well, that's
Yeah. That's hot.
But it was Barack Obama.
But it was Barack
When
Obama.
someone asks for your last piece. Okay. Bubblegum.
Someone replied to the comment about they missed the old comments. They said or they missed the old tracks. They said this was a like reply. 10 likes under the reply. So that means the 3 people that did like the first comment got totally removed from existence by this comment. They still exist. 10 likes.
Mm-hmm.
And then another reply was, "This is just soundtrack 9. The other 8 are still in the game." 7 likes. Thanks to those people for defending me. Now,
Nice.
I will say I got a lot of really nice comments. Like nice music. I love it. Palpatine
That's
the Senate
good.
said nice. Thanks, Palpatine the Senate. Spooky, love it. This is hype. Seriously, this theme is creepy, but I love it so much. Oh, okay. I gotta find the. There was one weird. There's a few other weird comments. Oh, this one was really sweet. With all the negative things happening in 2020, this song actually made my day. Oh,
Whoa.
that was really sweet. Where is it? Yo, man, let's be friends. Lugi. Luigi. Yes, I did meet Boy in a Band. I met a lot of YouTubers. By Social Bounty Money Making App. Left that comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Love this channel. Can you heart this comment? Stay fresh by the YouTuber Song, which I warned you about.
Uh-oh.
And
So what happens if you heart the comment?
We'll probably get hacked. And then Rosa, who keeps changing their name, but they have the same profile picture. Want to be friends. Scary. Nice. Scary. I always oh yeah, this comment says just reminds me of Haruta Parisu. Like there's no time it's like the fragile girl in the game. She's like Oka, but like not a rival.
You're dropping names on me. I've
played
the game for 5 minutes.
She's like the demon one.
Never
mind. It's hard to explain. She's not a demon, but she's like a fragile character with black hair. She's like an emo chick. And I'm like, what part of this video reminds you of this character and why? Because I don't get it. Wolfie's a bot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
crying. Taro, what's wrong, Hanako? Silence. Taro, ... Osana comes. Osana, what's the matter? Me, Hanako, is mind slave and murders them and also does suicide. 1 month ago. One like. No replies.
Also does suicide.
And also does suicide. Okay. I guess.
And does a suicide. I think they're talking about a feature that's in the game.
I'd hope so.
Okay, so would you like to move to the next topic? We might
not particularly because I'm seeing it on the list. It's skim over.
So everyone in chat,
no
people watching,
oh no,
you beautiful, amazing, lovely people.
Oh,
Only Wednesday made the best series on YouTube.
Merry Christmas.
Might be his Merry Jerkmas. And maybe his least is a set of least popular videos, but they're incredible. You have
anything that's not Yandere Simulator is my least popular.
Not for me yet. Right now, it's a YouTube poop that's my most popular.
Whoa.
But Yandere Simulator is quickly overtaking that. Thanks. I expected it, so it's really cool, and I appreciate the support. Like genuinely, I don't want to like sound like disingenuous.
Yeah.
Basically, with classic people like Spigot Pants, I can't pronounce one of the names because it's just blur, like just random. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I guess.
Rand, Effigy, and Ozone.
Yeah. Jerkmas, and Jerk City, Grand Theft Auto Jerk City. It's a great series.
Sort of.
This is how you know. Mostly every episode ends with the camera zooming into the character's mouth.
And more importantly, the music gets blastingly loud.
Yeah, it hurts.
It's pretty good.
Can you tell us a little bit about Jerkmas and the thought process? And
I made a series of videos from a comic, and I'm like, they have Christmas ones. I'm gonna make ones for Christmas, and I made ones for Christmas.
Yeah.
And the 12 days leading up to Christmas, and then the day of, and I did that twice, and then I haven't done it since because I was like, I can't do this again.
Why? They were great. I loved them.
I was running out of Christmas themed ones. There's only so many.
Oh, it's great. It's so great. And then one was just static for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Can we take like a quick break?
Maybe.
Like a minute
I'm not
break?
sure what else we're reaching the end of the. We're actually at the end of the.
Q&A's next.
Yeah, Q&A's next. I don't know how long that would be necessarily.
Okay, we're gonna take a 1 minute break. Leave your questions in the live chat. I have to use the bathroom.
Okay, I will be here and entertain. Or you can just play the Junkai Express thing. I guess that's like a minute long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's play Junkai Express. Or it's gonna play options.
Oh.
All right, we're back. Welcome back. It's time for Q&A session.
Yay!
Let's do this. So
I'm
let's ask.
I'm gonna scroll all the way to the top, and I'm gonna read off Randall's questions really quickly
Oh, bet.
because I want to go through this because it's a pretty good question.
Oh, that's hot.
Why does
That's
Only Wednesday have
hot.
such a massive trombone slide? If you know what I mean, I don't know what you mean. Trombone slides are usually standardized. Why won't Only Wednesday pet me play his bongos? I don't know what that means. Why won't Only Wednesday tell the judge to lift the restraining order? You ask Only Wednesday about the night of October 12th, 2004, when you ran over a girl and just drove off. You can't prove anything. Why are there blood marks on your basement door, Only Wednesday? I already told you, don't worry about it. If I call the cops, would they worry? Please get back on your lithium pills. Your parents are getting scared. Never. Poured an entire bottle of plant fertilizer into my fish tank, caused an algal bloom, and killed your fish. Well, your fish does. Why are Only Wednesday's diary entries just thousands of pages of blank written in it? It's not even hateful at this point. It's just psycho. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not hateful. It's not psycho. It's stress relief. Please, Only Wednesday come off the bell tower and surrender himself. No one else has to die today. Maybe. Only Wednesday once asked me for $5,000 to get cancer treatment, and I see him roll up in a car with suspensions and giant tires the next day. Where's my money? Invested wisely. Only Wednesday's YouTube history is full of alt-right podcasts, and he just talks nonstop about owning the libs. Yeah? What are you going to do about it? Only Wednesday. I saw you drop a revolver off the bridge in a real hurry last week. What did you do? I dropped a revolver off a bridge in a real hurry. You said it yourself. Why did you buy 20 jerry cans of petrol from a bunch of different gas stations? What are you planning? Nothing. Sometimes you just... I think that's all of his questions. I'm going to scroll back up and go. We can go through the other one.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to put live chat on my phone as well. Even though I have it on screen, like I want to be able to scroll up, and I don't want to...
Yeah. Only Wednesday. How does it feel that you share an aquarium with a turtle? It feels pretty... I don't know why it's in an aquarium. I know Drool Bozo's responsible for that.
Yeah.
Actually, there's 2 CDs in there now. I couldn't tell what the other one was, but I when I was spending 5 minutes walking around the school in the game, I accidentally found the music room. And I was like, oh hey, there's the aquarium, and there's 2 CDs. It confused me, but
Yeah.
hey, good on whoever that was.
If you were a money, what species would you be?
About 4.
Yeah, I think I'd be 27. So this was for you, only Wednesday, from Amaze. Yeah. Do you like classical music? If so, is there any composer you find inspirational you like listening to?
I really enjoy classical music. There a lot of different stuff I've played and a lot of stuff that I really like. Some really easy recommendations are like The Planets. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. That's
Gustav. There's Pictures at an Exhibition by Mussorgsky. However you're supposed to say that. A lot of really easy answers. And there's I like a lot of organ and brass and percussion is really cool. It's a really cool thing that I think isn't done super often. There's an ensemble called Tim Zimmerman and the King's Brass. They have an album called The Best of Brass and Organ. It's like a lot of hymns. And I'm not very religious at all, but it's very, very well done. It's really cool, and I've played about half of them, so I'm a little bit biased in that, but it's really nice.
Baba Booey.
Oh, another really good listen is Morton Gould. Does a lot of good stuff. He's an American composer. And then there's was that Morton Gould? Yeah, Morton Gould, American Symphonette No. 3 is that's really cool. It's a nice little 3-movement thing. I think it's a very fun piece, and I'd like to play that someday.
I'm quite fond of the musical. Yeah. I'm quite fond of the composer Drood, who made Drood Sandstorm. It's a really good song.
That's just classical. That's just classic.
Yeah.
Heads up, the classic uploader will be going away soon. Thanks, YouTube.
Even DMX, with Where the Hood At, it's a.
That's a true classical.
It really
piece.
is. It really is.
Gangster's Paradise.
Oh, and don't forget, of course, we gotta love Kevin MacLeod with Sneaky Snitch. Really good classical song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, actually, I do. I like his music. I mean,
there's the one that's like ba-doom doom, bang, boom boom boom. There's that one.
I know. I heard you talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
I don't know either. I've always tried to avoid using public domain stuff like just because like everybody uses it, and I'm able to write my own music, so why don't I?
Yeah, I mean, I've been avoiding it too, especially as a recent, because everyone knows now that I know how to do it, so now I can't really get away with it. But I mean, I do every once in a while, just like for like gaming videos, I do. Yeah. Amaze says he likes pieces by Chopin.
Oh yeah, Chopin. Good stuff. I did a cover of Eric Satie's Gymnopédie No. 1 that everybody knows that one. So it's like I did a couple years ago.
I have a few questions myself for you. So when did you first hear about me? I'm curious because for me, you're a huge, like, you have no clue, and I know I say this all the time, but you're a huge like inspiration to me, to be honest.
Right.
You're one of like the reasons I wanted to do music. Like, there are like 5 people that I can like list that have inspired me to want to produce my own music, and watching your streams back in the day really like made me like, dang, I really wish I was this talented.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's genuine.
Dude. When did I first hear of you? I know you mentioned before, outside of the podcast, that you used to be in my stream chats.
Yeah.
Or at least in one of them. And I vaguely recall some of those, but I guess I really, honestly, I think it would be probably when you just first messaged me. I'm not.
It's like on Twitter.
On Twitter, maybe.
Because I've been following you for a while on Twitter. You and Drew Bozo, I've been following for a while on Twitter.
Yeah. Whenever you messaged me the first time, I guess.
That's when you saw the name Cameron.
Because I don't really follow a lot of the like projects that I've worked on in the past, so I'm it's very rare for me to find people who've worked on stuff that I've worked on as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
so this is cool.
I'd say that was probably the first time.
So,
unfortunately, it wasn't before that. But then again, I guess you didn't have anything.
I mean, yeah,
that I would have heard beforehand. So
because I'm pretty sure. Was it Next Tone? Who also works in the game. He has a really nice and unique music style, and I really, really enjoy it. He works on the game as well. And he found out about me through the development blog, which was like weird and a little surreal. Just like, it's surreal talking to you, all you guys. It's just like, oh my gosh. And to have an actual show, like I've been trying to keep my cool. Like this is really insane.
Randall asks, ask only Wednesday about the musical ghostwriters he keeps in his attic. They're not in the attic. I've told you they're in the basement. Please get your facts straight before asking questions. Anyway,
that's really true. So the real reason why he's on here is because I'm replacing you now.
Oh, okay.
The comments have spoken on the Andre Sim videos that your music. So it obviously can't be in the game because everybody thinks that my track is now the new one, even though it's a new one, but it's not the only one.
Yeah, they get comments. You get comments saying I miss the old music.
Yeah,
I get comments saying I miss this music, which means
so
you replaced me in full.
Obviously, that means that I'm replacing you. That means I'm obviously better than you because everybody's saying that I'm their favorite now.
Yeah.
And I have less dislikes, but I might have less likes, but I have less dislikes than you. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, honestly.
I mean, it's a net positive overall. Yeah, it's better. There you go. It's that easy.
It's like
congratulations.
I have like a 99% like ratio, but no, I that's joking. Like honestly,
I don't even know where I find that. My watch time has been going down according to YouTube.
My watch time.
Oh no.
My watch time is skyrocketing right now.
Oh yeah.
Well, obviously because of the tracks, they're doing really good. I'm about to hit 4,000, so that means I can monetize, which is incredible. Probably within
monetizing is nice. You get you can get a nice pizza every couple months or so or whatever. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. And I really got to thank everybody who's just like been there for me. But honestly. When you responded to my DM, I didn't expect it at all.
No, I try to respond at least to DMs I get outside of ones that are just like spam. Actually, no, I respond to spam ones too.
Can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you.
Okay, reconnection successful. Okay, thank God that there's a 5 second.
Whoa.
Thank God there's a built-in delay because for some reason we got disconnected for a few seconds.
Nice.
But we're good because they won't notice.
Dropped frames. Nobody noticed that the stream went down for a moment. Nobody will know. Don't say anything. Nobody will notice.
Yeah, nobody's gonna know because there's a 5 second delay.
No, yeah, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. We are talking gibberish.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I love my Stream Deck. I'm sorry, I keep playing sound effects. Basically, what was I saying? Oh yeah, School Day 2. When School Day 2 got released, I was pissed. I was like, you can't replace the School Day 1. The do. You can't get rid of that.
The do.
The do.
Yeah.
The da. Yeah, you can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. And replace it with
okay.
And replace it with do. No. That hurt your ears. I'm sorry.
Ah!
But no,
okay.
It grew on me a ton, to be honest. It might take over as my favorite, but obviously I
prefer it more than the first one.
I just think the first one is just classic, and with School Day 9, I've told this story before. My goal was to get that Only Wednesday vibe back.
Sure.
Because I felt like as it went on, that was lost. It just it was, a lot of them were too complex and or not complex enough.
Okay.
I think you hit the perfect medium both times perfectly.
Yay!
And I really wanted to nail that. And to be honest, I think I did pretty good.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's very nice.
Yeah, I'm glad. Oh my gosh. He likes it. He likes it.
I mean, do you want me to say it's terrible?
Yes.
Would you like that instead? Okay.
They're
bad.
different. I don't like them. It's bad? Wait, what?
Yeah.
You say it's
They're different. I don't like them. Yeah.
You saying it's bad?
I'm saying Drew Bozo's bad. I want him out of the stream. Ban him. Mods, do your job.
They're different. That's basically the mindset of a lot of these comments like that I'm getting now. It's like they're different. No.
Yeah.
You make a new track. I don't like it.
But
the visuals
never
are
gonna make everybody happy. Though.
The visuals are cool, but I don't like the track.
Yeah.
I love the video. I love how the image changes when the sanity gets lower. I don't like everything else though. Get out of here. It's so stupid. But I just really wanted to hit that pleasant and the demonic feel of the insane tracks.
Yeah. The kind of collapsing.
Yeah.
Everything.
Fun fact about insane tracks. I've never talked about this. A lot of people say I changed the pitch, but if you just try to pitch down my my preset, I mean, obviously nobody can because it's mine. But if you just try to pitch down the song and just listen to the listen to the main without any drums, it's gonna sound completely different. I shifted formant, so it plays both like the main sound, the higher pass and the lower pass, but lower is more emphasized at the same time. I shifted formant with a tool, with a harmonizer tool, and I feel like it's very unique, but it also made a perfect demonic feel. I hate this video, but good job though. Basically, it was I wanted to hit that perfect demonic, but like it's trying to sound peaceful and cheery, but it's not. That's why I shifted formant rather than changing pitch or changing the notes. I obviously changed them to minor instead of major. But yeah, and with the drums, I just made them more intense. It was really
it's the easy way to go about it. Yeah, definitely.
It was fun though, and I'm really happy with the turnout. And I totally knocked off your grand piano playing in the background. Totally, 100%. I didn't do it throughout the entire song. I'm pretty sure you did throughout the entire song.
I did, and then I forgot to do it on the second one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you were gonna do it on school day too as well.
I thought about it, but then I guess I either forgot to, or at the time I was like, actually, no, I don't think I'm going. And from there, it just sort of is gone.
Little editor's mistake. For medium atmosphere, low sanity. What I meant to do with the main one is for like the first two little for like the first bar or the first two bars it plays. Yeah, and then for the second two bars it plays. But on the high atmosphere, low sanity, only does it for the first.
Oh no!
It only does it the first two bars, but it does play later on like I wanted it to as well. So it plays two different times throughout. But yeah, it really doesn't matter. It really adds an effect because you only really hear it noticeably the first time. You don't really hear it the rest, and that was my point with throughout it. But I really liked it, and I obviously made it different.
Yeah.
People are getting a Monday vibe from me. I'm only Monday 305.
Monday.
Only Monday.
Garfield hates.
Cameron is so overrated. That dude, he feels like the Wednesday. I don't understand. Basically, yeah, that was my goal for the low sanity. So yeah, explain. Oh, by the way, yeah, we were gonna talk about this earlier. I keep losing my train of thought.
Yeah.
your how you thought of School Day 1?
It was given the dev had like a track that he wanted it to be like.
Mm-hmm.
So I essentially kind of worked off of that, like I made a mistake of only using like essentially one reference track.
Was that the Persona one?
No. It was a song from K-On! And if you listen to it, it sounds almost exactly the same, which is why I'm not happy with School Day 1 at all.
Okay, let me look at my Discord because he sent me the obviously the instructions.
Did I don't remember. But School Day 2 was a lot more original. I felt a lot better about it in general.
Yeah.
That one was more of like a regular process of like, I know what the vibe should be, and I know like the instrumentation, everything, how it should all kind of be flowing together, and the layout of the song and all this stuff. So then it felt like it was a lot more original to the game.
Is it Happy Rainy Day?
Yes, that's the K-On! Track.
Okay, yeah, that's the one he sent me as well. And he sent me a variety. Yep. He sent me the Persona track, Happy Rainy Day, and then School Day 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I like School Day 8. I feel like it's a bit overrated, to be honest.
I've never listened to it.
But it's a great track. Like, when I say overrated, it's just like not as good as people say it is, but it's still freaking good. It's like dum 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 dum. It's one of the better tracks of the newer ones. School Day 3, School Day 8, School Day 9 are like, I think, are the better of the new tracks. And School Day
ooh, that's a heavy bass.
Yeah. School Day 4 I'm not a huge fan of, but I mean, it's still a good track. I just feel like it doesn't fit with the rest. My opinion.
Maybe.
Anyway, a few other questions. So working on all of your projects, what do you think you've had the most fun with, or like what have you come to appreciate the most out of everything you've worked on?
Those are kind of two separate questions, I think.
Yeah.
The thing I'm having I had the most fun working on is probably something that's not out yet.
Oh, okay.
So I can't really go too far into it.
We could skip that, yeah.
It's stuff for like personal projects and stuff. I'm working with people and getting like recordings and stuff, and not trying to rely on doing everything myself. And it's a lot more fun collaborating, I think. Yeah. And I think the biggest takeaway is
imagine if we did a collaboration track. That's something cool. That'd be pretty cool.
We'll have to see what happens.
Let's see.
But
talk
I
after
don't know. What? You what?
We can talk after stream about that.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I guess my biggest takeaway from everything I've made is just kind of appreciating how much I've improved in terms of like mixing and just general composition and stuff. So some of my early stuff probably is better than my later stuff in terms of composition, but like the mixing is not great, and there's not a whole lot of variety, and I don't know. I've come a long way since 2013.
Yeah. Which
is like my first official releases to now, and it shows. I need to be more appreciative of where I've come from, because everybody progresses more than they think they have. You got to look at it in the long run, and it's hard to look back in the long run when you've only been going for like a year or whatever.
Yeah, I can totally resonate with that. No, for real, it's just I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. I've been keeping it cool this entire stream. I'm losing it. I'm trying to think here. So, this question could be pretty deep. I don't know. I mean, hard-hitting memes. Let's be honest here. Yonder Sim,
Yeah.
That effect on how people know you, obviously found you from that. Is it because a lot of people that a lot of creators are like, dang, this is the thing that gets popular, I wish it was something else. Would you say that for yourself?
Yes and no.
Like, you're proud of the tracks, it's just like,
yeah, I know, like I in no way do I regret anything about working on it or any of the music or anything. It helped me grow a whole lot as a musician, and I'm very thankful for that. But it's I think it's just and it's something that like everybody deals with. Anyone who makes stuff, like if you get popular early on, it's like everyone's gonna like flock to that really early stuff and be like, oh, I love this, and like you try to put something newer and like objectively better out, like better mixing, better composition, better everything, and it never really takes off. Like I'm super proud of like Junkai Express and Cold Cathode, and really neither of those have like more than like 100 views on YouTube or whatever. It's just like, okay, I guess.
Genuinely, guys, if you're listening to this, please go check out those 2 tracks. If you liked the intro track to when we started the podcast,
that was Options.
That was no, not Options. Junkai Express was the thing we started on.
Did you? Oh, okay. I thought I played Options.
I played Options for like the waiting and like the in between. But like when we started and I was talking and our little banter was Junkai Express.
Okay. I wasn't like listening back at that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, at least. I hope so. I mean, I know Options is in a different scene, but in this scene that we're on right now, Junkai Express plays for the first minute. When it loads in. Yeah. So please, guys, go check it out. When I was introduced to them, I'm happy. I usually when I check out musicians, I'll listen to their other discography no matter what I was introduced to, and I came out to really like Astral Canvas and your Junkai not Junkai Express, your Dream Satellite tracks. Those are really good.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
And obviously I really do like the simple piano track. School Day 4 is your all-time dang, we got different music tastes, bro.
What is School Day 4?
It's the one I showed you yesterday that kind of was like completely like.
Oh, is that the one that's chill School Day 4?
Yeah. It's just completely different.
Oh yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. It's just it's a good track. It's just completely different, from the game, in my opinion. I feel like it doesn't work with the game. Well, it works, just not as well with like the other tracks. It works for the game, but it doesn't work with the other tracks. If that makes any sense. I feel like there's a specific.
It's a different vibe.
Completely different vibe, and
nothing wrong with it. Interesting.
Originally, Yandere said for an early direction that I was going into, he said maybe you can have a vibe like School Day 4. And I was like, I could see that, but then it turned into that. I feel like that direction just didn't work for me. I tried it, it just didn't work for me. It's not my kind of music.
Right.
And of course, I did want to get that Only Wednesday vibe back. Of course, it's is that weird to hear? Is that weird to hear?
Yes. Very.
I wanted to get your vibe back. I wanted to get you and vibe it. I wanted to vibe you.
Whoa there.
You want to vibe?
Randall is asking, when's the next album? When can I stop giving you $1 a month on Patreon? You're not giving me $1 a month on Patreon anymore. You stopped that a long time ago. When is Saxophone? Someday.
Love
ever.
That.
Someday ever. Never. Probably never. Next time I can play it live. Hopefully I'll record it.
Yeah. So, any closing thoughts?
Buy Astral Canvas. No.
Everyone
that's a
buy
joke from
Astral
a couple
Canvas!
years ago. No. I don't know. I think that about covers everything. Thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you much for coming on. Everyone.
You do in the description you put Ho's website, not his website.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
Leave it as it is. It's funny. and then when someone comes back and listens to it, they'll scroll down and be like, "Hey, wait a minute, he's right."
Now I'm gonna put that on the audio. I need to see this. Right now.
You gotta spell it wrong on every
from now
aggregator without the
website. I should change it to Z. Did I really?
Haas website. Nah, don't bother changing it. It's funny as is.
Oh, so
it's genuine. It's because it's genuine that makes it funny.
So like the O is right next to the I. Oopsie.
Excuses.
Hey, look at your keyboard.
No, I refuse. I touch type.
The I is actually next to the U. It's also next to the K and the J. JK. And the L and the 8 and the 9.
Epic.
But the O as well. Okay, so thank you
thank
much
you
for coming on. Like genuinely.
It's been fun.
No, you've no clue. I really, really do appreciate it. Like it means the world. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Without further ado, Yanderedev, take it away. Oh, I forgot what I remember now what the outro consists of. Okay, enjoy.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the 305 Podcast. You can subscribe to the podcast by clicking the channel icon on screen. Plus, you can subscribe to the host's main channel, Cameron F305. If you are interested in Only Wednesday